Welcome everyone to the CCL Halftime Show. I'm Kyle Fergusson. Today, I'm sitting down with RedRobot of Oxygen Esports. Thanks for joining me, RedRobot.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to talk to you again after Season 2. Welcome back to Season 3.
Likewise, thank you. I'm excited to be here.
It's been quite the go so far. You showed off the very first winning ETC. Well done.
That's one of my favorite heroes. I'd be ashamed if I didn't win on him.
Last time we talked, which was back in June, we were talking about maybe not so much Johanna. You had only just kind of gone through this Anubarak explosion, and now it seems like it's your main. Would you say that's true?
I kind of feel like it is. He's so strong right now. I can't help but play him the most out of any other character. So I kind of just is just because he's so strong.
All right, our signature hero until something else changes then.
Exactly.
Well, if people are just meeting you for the first time, they're just getting to know Oxygen, how would you describe the team after 3 seasons?
Oh, it's such a chill team. Like, I feel like season 1, we may have gone a little bit too hard on like, oh, we gotta win, but we chilled out so much. We're just in it to have fun at this point.
That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. Season 1, Season 2, you guys placed 4th and 5th. Now going into the 3rd season, it was actually the least amount of change up you all have had in your roster. So after 3 seasons with Nazmas and Madra, how's the dynamic going?
Oh, we love playing with each other. We always have. We knew each other a little bit before playing on Oxygen, so we're good friends, honestly. We don't just play HOTS together. We'll sometimes do other stuff as well.
That's great. That's great. What are comms like in that situation?
Oh, comms are exciting. Sometimes they get wild. Like, I don't know if we're gonna talk about it, but that Gust play.
Yeah.
In our last match, we went absolutely wild when that happened.
There was a number of them. In general, Draded was just playing out of their mind. He was very, very into the weekend there. With your only change up being Pirate Rum this season, how they adapt into things?
We haven't gotten to like sub with him very much. He's just been chilling with us, but I mean, it's been good. I mean, nothing particular, honestly. It's just, the extra cheerleader. Very good to have. And Cavalier Guest, of course, going in the background, has a bit of a legend around this town of CCL as a crafter. I believe he was once called the Brewmaster. Where's his head at this season, if you can share that? I'm not sure what you mean by that, honestly.
Well, the meta's changed a bit since our last season. There's possibly a big patch on the horizon. I'm just curious if anything's being cooked up.
I feel like a lot less so. We've had the patches of getting slower and slower. I feel like there's less things to lab out these days.
Sure.
Well, but there's always, there isn't a draft he doesn't suggest something wacky. It'll always happen.
I think
this is the game for Nova or this. Oh, Nazmus, you like Murky? Come on, this is the Murky game. And Nazmus is always like, oh no, I'm not playing that character.
Are you suggesting that Cavalier Guest predicted the Volskaya Nova on the enemy side that happened there?
No, definitely not. Okay. No one expected that.
That was wild. And by the way, while we bring up Nazmus and all, watching you two navigate together, your wingman out there, is just really, really cool, particularly when you're playing so much Anubarak, which is a very different play style from other tanks. You don't just go in and then sit there. You go in and then you run away. You skirt around up the side and you loop back around in this kind of dive bomb style. And in that way, Nazmas is almost the rock or the planet that you're revolving around.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to mention ETC for this as well. A lot of times we'll do stage dive ETC, and I'll become the offlaner after level 10, and he'll be the actual tank. So, similar thing happens to the Anubarak, as you just said, where he'll be in the front line, and I'll be just looking for the flank.
Sure.
And he'll be, protecting the team.
It's a really cool dynamic to watch. And let's talk about the game's versus Storm from the previous week here, because first was that Volskaya ETC, and we definitely saw you switch off to that off lane as it went. However, after all the scandal involved with the Triglav, you all put 2 people in there. What's going on?
We rarely put 2 people in it. It was mostly because it's just some extra siege. Like I feel like the times we put two people in is either to use it as a stasis, like get in, you're gonna die, or just like I don't know. There's enough enemy heroes dead. We feel safe just throwing someone else for extra siege.
It was a very weird team. You guys had the Imperious, the ETC, and like
I think it was Blaze or something. It was definitely 3 tanks or something like that.
And then just a Lunara. How did that happen? Why did it work?
Well, I'll say it's the style we like is the like triple bruiser. It works really well onto things like they had, like the Nova. If they're trying to go for blow ups, like the pick comp or whatever, it's really easy to just have so much front line that they can't like get what they want, and we can just sort of collapse on them. And I feel like Lunara is a super good solo DPS, honestly, with that style too.
Yeah, it's not like you're just running no damage off lanes. You got Imperious. Blaze certainly is a lot of splash, but then it was actually Thornwood Vine, which was kind of surprising.
Yeah, Thornwood Vine had so much poke damage. I feel like if you're not diving them, it's a must. It's so strong.
And then the choking pollen. So that was the circle on top. So everyone's held still. Lunara can actually hit her things, and just the damage flowing out of that was really cool.
Yeah.
In Game 2, Towers of Doom, you ran a build that you never do. It was Beetle build, which doesn't seem your thing.
Yeah. I always take W build. That's right.
How'd that happen? What's the Beetles there for?
It was just because we were playing like Vikings comp, and we just wanted push, and the extra Beetles can help with that.
Okay.
And just the extra like stall and stuff with them. It's definitely not my style. I don't know if I'm gonna ever pick it often, but it's mostly for the Vikings comp.
God, Beetles go in, they take the aggro on the bottom tower, and I get it now. I know you love those shieldings, and we certainly saw that again in Game 4, but Battlefield of Eternity grabbed up Mei.
Oh my gosh.
Which really kind of shocked the casters after picking up triple global along the way on Battlefield of Eternity. What? Wait, why?
Why Mei?
Well, first, how did triple global happen on a 2-lane map? Is that the future?
Honestly, I don't think we were like trying to like, we need 3 globals. It was just like, we want this character and we want this character and we want this character. It's like, they're all globals. It wasn't like we were trying for it. It's just we liked those characters.
Okay, so that was our fault. We read into that. We saw Brightwing, who's great, Falstad, who's great, and Dahaka, who's great, and we all went, the times are changing.
No, it wasn't about the globals. I mean, obviously the globals are good, but
yeah, that helped out. But Mei was picked up.
Yeah, it was kind of weird because normally we do Mei Hanzo with the Dragon Strike for like the follow-up damage, but this time we went Dragon's Arrow because we felt like we needed it. So it left the Mei being a little bit on the weak side, but oh my gosh, that game was insane.
Yeah, again, just a crazy bit of play there with the wind tunnel for the end.
Oh yeah, and that was a 4-man contagion follow-up is insane.
Yeah. And then we go to Cursed Hollow, which is just an absolute like drag out fight. Oh my goodness. 22% core at the end there. A global draft war took place.
Oh yeah. That was on purpose that time.
Yeah, I'm sure for Cursed Hollow. If there's one thing we kind of saw there was just the endurance being tested. Like you all remind me of action movies where just both sides were exhausted after throwing punches for hours straight. It was great. This week, y'all fought 30K. We just watched it. Any predictions for what just happened, or how? What are you guys feeling in the past now, or looking forward in the future? Thinking about 30K at the moment.
I'm not really sure how time works anymore, but I will say I'm feeling good about the match. I'm not like too cocky about it because I'm trying to respect every team, but I honestly, I feel really good after that last week's match. So awesome.
And then you're gonna fight Diamond Hands next week. Are there any
same
teams?
Thing?
Yeah,
I'm feeling good.
Any teams that y'all are cautious of that you feel drafted really well that y'all are watching or planning for?
We're just taking it 1 week at a time, focusing on our next opponent, so not really. But our next strongest opponent is 30K, and then after that it will be who's next, and then next, and then next. So
it's a good way to take it.
Yeah,
I agree with the strategy. Well, as we come to the end here, is there any shout outs you'd like to give?
Just shout outs to my team. I love playing with you guys. Every game's always fun. shout out to staff and like Cav and Steve and everyone. I don't know. I wouldn't be playing HOTS if it weren't for Oxygen, honestly. I feel like I'd have quit CCL if it wasn't for them.
That's awesome. That's a wholesome message to begin our next set of matches. Everyone stick around. There's more CCL action to come here. Thank you for joining us for Season 3 of CCL. Good luck in your games, RedRobot going forward.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.